Hello YouTube. Welcome 2023 maple syrup season and ice apocalypse, right? So this is a 2023 maple syrup season. My name is Joe. I'm a husband of one and a father of five. Today I'm making maple syrup. This is my barrel stove evaporator. We are working on, I believe, season 10 or 11 with this stove. A few modifications here and there, but I take you around, kind of tell you the story of this season and what all is happening. So this is my evaporator. We have 52 taps out. We are in Michigan. And what you're looking at there is a 20-inch by about 38-inch pan. Pretty heavy stainless steel. This was actually a divider in a commercial kitchen that kind of separated wall sections, and I just kind of figured out how big a pan I could make out of it. Bent it up. I welded it together with stainless steel bicycle spokes. And then I had a student weld in my union for the drain. I do use a blower to inject the air in. That's just trim coil kind of loosely bent around to inject air in. It's just a barrel stove kit. And then on the back side, but I will turn my vent down quite a ways. My warming pan here is just a full-size steam pan, and then my tube here comes back underneath the stove, and that tube ends up coming back around, and there's a spigot on the back side, and it dribbles in, and that sap usually is entering, I'm guessing, in the 80 to 100 degree mark. So that's my stove. It's not very exciting, but it does a good job. By the numbers, it will evaporate about 7 gallons an hour. However, I cheat pretty good. I have 350 gallon per day reverse osmosis membranes that I pump through an Aquatech 8852. And that will pull water off while I'm sleeping. It'll pull water off as I'm driving to work and working. As I'm eating supper, you just kind of got to refresh it in between batches. I store all my sap in 30 gallon barrels, and so I do a batch at a time. So what we're boiling off today started as about 90 gallons of 2% sap, and I was able to send it up to about 6.8% sugar, and that was 90 gallons became 30 gallons. So by the numbers, this will produce 2 1/4, 2.5 gallons, somewhere in that neighborhood by the numbers. We'll see how much actually gets filtered through. It's 38 degrees, but pretty breezy, as you can hear and see, and that slows down the filtering, and after a while, all that sap doesn't make it through the filter. Maybe someday I'll get one of those filter presses like my guy at Chenyatta and Gagne Farms. Those guys got those filter presses, and they're pretty neat. They are pretty neat, but right now we're still using the cone filter. This is boil number 2. The first boil yielded just under 2.5 gallons. And regardless of how I filtered it, and there was no settling, it's a little murky, and so that's where I started going, filter press would be pretty nice, but it tastes good. It tastes really good. It's pretty dark, and so we're just boiling away. I have had some questions in the past. I use this little draw-off rack, and so once I reach temperature, I will just pull that rack off to the side. I set up my cone filter right here, and then I don't have to try to balance things around. I don't have to worry about scalding my pan. Yes, it's in the way. Yes, it's probably not ideal, but I can finish in that pan, and that's ideal to me. So that's pretty much it. I just thought I would check in with you guys. Pretty slow in the video making world right now. It's been busy. You can see in the background, my oldest bought a truck, and so that's been a pretty big project around here, consuming time, consuming space, but it's a good thing. It really is a good thing. And so he's been having to do some restructuring of the truck bed, and so that takes up time. A couple of my middle children have been involved in basketball, and so that's shuttling them here and there, picking them up, and I think some of you guys know that deal. And then the missus works as well, and so, you know, trying to blend all this together into a schedule, it's pretty tough, but it's doable. But what I know is we're going to have syrup this year. We want to make sure that we have enough syrup for bartering, for enjoying, and for gifting, right? We probably won't do a whole lot of sales. I think that ship has sailed. I have way more value on this syrup than probably money will bring. And so I would rather just give it away. I don't want to line up or anything, but it brings me more joy than money. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Looks to me like I'm getting close to having to feed that fire again, so I'm gonna let you go. I do appreciate your support. Some of you guys have really, a couple of you guys out there, I definitely can tell that you are steady at using that little affiliate link, that Amazon affiliate link. And believe it or not, it does help out. It helps me kind of run the farm. It helps me maintain the pond. You see the pond way over there. It helps me maintain that pond. It helps me kind of enjoy the fun, and it doesn't take a whole lot. And it doesn't take a whole lot. It doesn't cost you anymore. I always use an affiliate link of a friend of mine just because I know that it will slowly contribute to the things that he's doing as well. And honestly, I think Amazon makes so much money that why not? Let's make sure that it gets divvied out, right? So I do appreciate your support. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the shares. YouTube is not paying much right now, guys. I will tell you that right now. I am with as many views as I have had this time last year. I will also say that I have probably more views than I had last year, and we're making even view time, and we're bringing in maybe a third of the money, probably 20% of the money, which wasn't much, but it definitely helped. So what are you gonna do, right? Have pancakes and syrup, right? So I will check in with you again. Like I said, this is more just a yes, I'm alive, and yes, I'm making maple syrup. But it's just that first harvest. A little less excitement, but still pretty neat that the sap came from my trees. It's being cooked with my wood, and that's pretty great. So you guys take care and have a great day.